Tonight, many of you may be spending your weekend preparing for a big holiday meal, but one man is using his own life experience to give back to those who really need it. Paris McKinney Jr. and his team spent all Saturday morning seasoning, slicing, and frying a feast most of us would pay top dollar for. We got turkey, macaroni and cheese, we got green beans, said McKinney. Then we have apples, tangerines. Each one will get a pair of socks. But they won't be accepting a cent. I promised I would always give back and help individuals that don't have that opportunity, he said. Instead, they packed up 230 meals to give out to those down on their luck. These secret Santas used a sleigh you might not expect, a party bus from Extreme Experience that McKinney owns and operates. There you go, man, and here's some socks for you too, says McKinney as he passes out a meal to a man standing on the side of Lebanon Pike. Paris has been delivering meals for the last 17 years. He gives because he knows what it's like to receive. I know the struggle. I know how they feel, he said. Long before he started this high-frying tradition, Paris found himself living out of a car in Nashville. Then, a knock on the door changed his life. He said, "You want a meal?" I said, "Yeah." He gave me a meal and just talked to me. He said, "Why are you in this situation?" I just said, "I lost everything, not due to drugs or alcohol. I just hit rock bottom. I'm just trying to get back," he said. "If I open a door for you, would you take it?" I said, "Yes, sir, I will," said McKinney. The stranger opened up a door and a job opportunity for Paris. Now he's trying to give the same gift to others. "I've been blessed and I want to pass it on to whoever else," he said. That stranger opened a door and a job opportunity for Paris. Now he's trying to give the same gift to others. Several dozen meals were also donated to students at a local MNPS school. In other news, Tennessee has reached a milestone as it rebounds from COVID-19. So from April of 2020, we had our highest unemployment rate at 15.8% through November of 2021. We're back down to 4%. That number that it was just before the pandemic started, said Assistant Administrative Communications at the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, Chris Cannon. November's unemployment rate at 4% marks the lowest level since March of 2020. The state took relatively innovative approaches to keep the trust fund above a certain level so taxes wouldn't go up on employers, and that left more money in their pockets of businesses across Tennessee so they could stay open, said Cannon. In addition, Lipscomb professor Andy Brocher says the pool of prospective workers has gotten smaller. The unemployment rate concept people have to understand, it's a rate, said Brochers. It's how many are not working compared to how many are working, plus looking. And the plus looking part right now has not been as much as it might have been in other times. It wasn't long ago, as a matter of fact, it was last week, we had a very bad weather situation touched down in Tennessee and Kentucky. Many lives were lost, many possessions and homes were destroyed, and many families were torn apart. And it's been 1 week since the deadly tornadoes ripped through Tennessee and Kentucky. On Saturday, former Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen will head to Mayfield to help those still reeling from the storm. They'll be joining hundreds of volunteers with Samaritan's Purse. The International Christian Relief Group has deployed a disaster relief unit stocked with tools and equipment to the Bluegrass State. They plan to help families salvage their personal belongings, clean up downed trees, and tarp damaged roofs. At least 24 tornadoes touched down in Tennessee, and survey efforts are still happening in Kentucky. If you wish to donate, you can contribute by going to the News Channel 5 website. That's all I have for you this evening. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. And now let's get a check of your forecast with Chief Meteorologist Lorante Barbie.